Hi Facebook, happy Monday. Thanks for joining us on Facebook Live. If you are new here, this is our way of encouraging social distancing. We have a lot of our on-air talent doing different activities with y'all while y'all are still at home. I know Texas is slowly opening up businesses, but if you're one of those people who, maybe you don't want to go to the gym, I know gym's open today and you want to stay home, get your creative juices flowing, then you can paint with me. Otherwise, you can just watch. And if you want hard news, this is not your neck of the woods, which leads us to our painting today. Easy painting, only using 2 colors, black, white, that's it. I would say this is pretty easy. So just to give you, I guess, a little idea of how it's gonna look like, something like this, okay? All right, here we go, let's get started. So I painted my canvas gray. So it's dry. Now I'm gonna start with some white. Okay, so you're gonna start with, like, let's say this is my light source, okay? So paint that white. I think I did this painting in like 15 minutes, so it's not gonna take you long. How was everyone's weekend? Okay, so this is gonna be where we will paint some of our trees, which will be black. But first, I'm just going to create this light source, and you're gonna add a couple layers as you go along. So you kind of want to eliminate this harsh edge right here. This painting is not even about like blending or anything, so if you can't blend, don't worry. And on this part, I'm just starting from the middle of the circle and doing this flick right here, okay? Decided to go with the whole acoustic cover thing today. Didn't want to bore you with just piano instrumentals like I've been doing during the previous sessions. By the way, if some of y'all have missed the paintings that we have done, you can go on our News West 9 YouTube page and you can watch them on there too. And then if you have suggestions, always let me know. Okay, so I'm gonna leave this here. It's not done, but I'm gonna go back and touch it up. I think I only use like 2 different brushes. So, okay, for the black, here's how I do my trees. So first I'm going to add some lines. Okay, this is gonna be my guide. Actually, I think I'm going to bring that up there. Add a tree here. Okay, so that's gonna be your guide for where you're gonna place the trees. All the edges are basically going to be black. And then I'm just going to create a tree on the side. And I'm just tapping with my brush. I'm just, I'm not leaving the brush completely full. If you watch Bob Ross videos, he kind of does the, he makes his trees like this, but he uses the fan brush. I do have a fan brush, but this is just a personal preference. It's easier for me to utilize just any paintbrush. This one's rounded. I think if you keep practicing, you'll get the hang of it. Okay. I'm going to darken this part right here. The trees are fun. They're really fun. I think they're probably one of my favorite things to add when I'm doing landscape paintings. There's not really a lot of effort you really need. Okay. So make sure they're small up top. It's kind of hard to mess up trees. What do you pay? Hey, Sheila. We are painting a little forest. Let me show you my example from earlier today. It's Monday. We're just getting through it. Okay, here it is. Very easy. Okay. Okay, Jolina needs a different easel. But yeah, there's not a lot of effort when it comes to painting trees, especially when you, if you're doing like sunset paintings or like a sunrise painting, it's pretty easy for your landscape. And a lot, these kind of trees are, they're really different, so you don't really have to do them a specific way. You can either have the branches or the leaves pointed down, like downward like this. So you see how I'm doing that? It's pretty easy. Yeah, it's not too bad, Patricia. Or yeah, the other way I do it is I just do a lot of tapping. Just gonna widen this out. Okay, I think I'm gonna add another one right here, just a small one. And I'll add one right here. So it's up to you if you want to start from the bottom. Some people start from the top. I think Bob Ross, I don't know if he starts from the bottom or the top when he does his trees. His trees come out so baller though. Then I'm going to switch to a different brush right after I finish up this one. just gonna widen this part out. So remember, it's gonna be small up on top. And just kind of have these trees, these leaves fall down. Okay, now I'm gonna add kind of the same thing that I did here. Just kind of do the side of the tree right here. So that's a big tree right here. Okay, now I think I'm gonna switch to a smaller brush. That's a happy little tree, exactly, Chris. They really are, though. I really like painting trees. Is like the happy part because it's easy. Okay, now I'm gonna switch to a better paint because I'm tired of this awful paint right here. I would say if you are buying paint, get the ones in the tubes like this. Don't get that unless you want to save a few bucks, but I would say otherwise. Okay, so I'm gonna start, do a smaller tree. Remember, if it's in the distance, you want to make them smaller. I'll just make this point T right here. Okay, what else? What else? Okay, now I'm gonna smaller and grayer. Maybe I'm just blind and see things blurry. Yeah, no, I mean, that is another way you can add things in the background as it becomes more distant. Okay, this part I'm gonna paint this corner or the side black. Okay, now I'm going to, this is gonna look a little awkward, but there's gonna be branches up here. Do a bunch of them, like off the corners right here. Doesn't have to be perfect. Why do these songs sound so depressing? Like when they take a pop song and they just kind of slow it down a lot. Or is it just me? I don't know. The song reminds me of Eliav, our sports reporter. He was just telling me how much he misses dancing. He just wants to live his life when things start to reopen again. Okay, whatever. Now I'm going to go back with my white. And this is gonna be the next layer. Make sure this brush is dry. And there's a lot of these gray spots right here. I'm gonna cover that up. Hey, Robert. Thanks for joining once again. How's your Monday? Are y'all gonna head to the gyms now that they're starting to reopen at 25% capacity? I honestly just think I'm gonna continue my home workouts, to be honest. Okay, so here, I'm just kind of filling some of these gray areas by adding some of this sunlight here. And when I move the brush to the side, then you'll kind of create these stronger streaks like this. See, compared to just like that. And kind of have them go towards the trees as well. And I'm just kind of doing this lift. The gym, bar and grill. Man, I'll tell you what though, the grill does sound pretty good. This is probably like the only song I'm really confident when it comes to playing the piano is Mad World. And then kind of have this drag down to some of the trees too. Thanks, Robert. Rotation, rotation. of this is basically flicking. So in here, I'm just kind of brushing out this part. I would say when you're trying to, when you have paint on your brushes, just be careful on how much you're actually putting on it. Okay, so in here, I don't really want this blob. So I'm gonna have some of this light drag down here. Hey Mickey, thanks! I'm glad you're joining us today. So when I was doing this earlier, I showed it to my coworker, and she was like, "This is giving me these Edgar Allan Poe vibes." I'm like, yeah, I guess I could see that. Okay, I actually don't really like that song. I don't know a lot of these songs, if I'm being honest. I don't know. Amazon Music just gives me whatever. Okay, so I'm gonna touch up some of these trees. Try to add some of that sunlight on there. So I'm gonna touch this one up. think I'm gonna add more trees here. And I'm gonna brush this part. This is gonna give you a vignette effect. Okay, now I'm going to touch up on this part because there is a little bit of gray that's peeking through, but we're almost done. Some Rick Astley, okay. I don't know what this is. Acoustic covers the album. I've never heard this before. Show the picture and the painting side by side when you finish. All right, Charlie, I got you. Got you, dude. It's actually just a painting and a painting. I don't actually have a photo. Okay, I'm gonna add my little birds to finish off the painting. I think for this one I'm gonna use a smaller brush, maybe a pointed one. Okay, so get a little bit of the black. So maybe like, should I dry it real quick? I'll dry it. Aloha, Peter. Thanks for joining. Okay, probably right here. I'm just gonna add little birds. I lied, I don't like that paintbrush for that. Okay, I'm gonna use this one. Okay, it looks like the paint is still wet, but that's okay. Let's see, should I add another bird? Let me fix this one. This one looks funny. Just add a few more birds, little ones. More? No? Maybe? Is it overkill? Should I add another one? How about like a smaller one? Okay, whatever. I'm content. There you go, your little birds in the sunlight flying through the forest. So easy, you're not working with a big color scheme, just black and white. Hope y'all enjoyed that. Stay tuned tomorrow. We have more paintings coming up this week. If y'all are gonna go to the gym, be careful. Wipe down your equipment. Remember, the virus can live on steel for days if it's not cleaned off. So just be extra careful, stay safe, y'all, and don't forget to wear your mask and always wash your hands. Okay, bye, y'all. Happy Monday.